everybody, welcome to another Video Games Lonesome Hearthstone show. It's been a while. I currently haven't had much time to do any, but today I'm doing one because I have no choice. I'm about to hopefully set my record today for an arena run in which I'm playing as Hunter, and I have currently 11 wins and 0 losses. It's a really good deck, but it's also, once again, one of my favorite decks to play because it's modest. There are no insane legendaries in it. The core of the deck is right here. 4 Animal Companions, which we all know is an insanely high value card. Like, the amount of card value in an Animal Companion at 3 mana, it can bring out 3 different creatures. One is a 4/4 bear with taunt. The other is a 2/4 creature that gives all your creatures +1/+0. And the other creature is a 4/2 boar with charge. I like to get the bear most often because a 4/4 on turn 3 is just very, very nice in the curve. Deadly Shot. 4 Deadly Shots in here. Deadly Shot is a really good card, but it has to be, it's not as good unless you have full board control and constantly. Having multiple Deadly Shots in a single deck helps a lot, helps quite a bit. I would almost say, like, the more Deadly Shots, the more powerful they become as individual shots. Just because it's randomly, it chooses an enemy at random. You want to always have just one enemy on the board at any given time, so that the one that you're trying to shoot, the one that you want to shoot, is the one that you end up shooting. What else we got here? Are you guys all seeing me and hearing me right now? Because nobody's really talking about what's happening on screen. Everybody just seems to be talking about Game of Thrones, and I just want to verify that you see me right now. Yup. Okay, just... alright. Anyways, alright, so the rest of the deck, let me just chat about it so you know what's going on here. Hunter's Mark has come in handy multiple times now, taking down big guys. Arcane Shot has also come in handy, especially in combination with Hunter's Mark. Explosive Trap, also great piece of removal. Acidic Swamp Ooze, amazing card because, you know, weapons can be the end of your board in this game. Speaking of, I do have one weapon in here, and it's the Gladiator's Longbow, which allows me to do damage without taking any myself. I would honestly rather trade this out for his other weapon, which is the, or, you know, I mean, 5 damage is nice to do, but 7 is very expensive. And with this deck, I've found that the Hunter doesn't often need that protection, actually, at least in my games so far. My only high, and I was worried going into the tournament with this deck, to be honest, because I have very little high-end damage dealing. Like, I mean, Savannah Highmane is nothing to shake a stick at. That's definitely a nice top curve card. But the Ravenhold Assassin is my only other big hitter. Everything below that is like, you know, 2 damage and 4 damage. And Silverhand Knight is nice. Tundra Rhino has yet to come in handy, actually. It's nice that he gives himself charge, that's for damn sure. But he hasn't actually given anybody else charge yet. Sen'jin Shieldmaster has bought me time. He's helped to keep guys alive. That's what you usually want taunt creatures for. It's not as much about protecting yourself as protecting other guys. My Houndmasters have surprisingly been not super effective. They've just been vanilla bodies for me. 4/3s on turn 4, which, you know, I'd much rather have a 4/5 Yeti on turn 4. I've found not as many opportunities to give beasts +2/+2, but it's been working for me anyways, regardless. Razorfen Hunter, one of my less powerful cards in the deck. I would say out of all the cards, if I had to choose 2 cards to get rid of in this deck, it'd be the Hunter for something else, and it would be my Explosive Trap. It honestly hasn't come in that much handy. It came in handy in one game. It was very effective. But other than that, I found most of the time I've just been holding it in my hand. But I guess that's the nature of some cards, is that you don't really appreciate them till you really need them. Starving Buzzard has a couple times managed to get me a card or 2 extra, but I haven't played my game around it. I would say most of the value from this deck comes from allowing me to trade up. There's lots of cards that boost the effectiveness of the creatures that came before them. All right, I'm a little nervous because, I mean, I have 3 chances. Haven't lost a game yet in this run, but I have this sickening feeling that I'm gonna lose 3 in a row live on the show here. Please don't be fucking assholes to me if I do, because, you know, it's a really good deck, but the fact is, I'm about to go up against really good decks. And almost certainly mages from here on out. Takes a long time to find somebody with a similar rank when you get up to this level.
Rexa versus Jaina.
Come on.
You asked for it.
Let the hunt begin.
I always like to open with an arcane shot. It lets me deal with little creatures early on in the game. This is a really good opening hand. It's a nice curve out. Got a 1, a 2, a 3, and a 4. He can help him if he survives to this turn. I have an answer for any, I'm gonna get the coin, so this will be my turn 1 play, and then the arcane shot will deal with whatever she plays on her turn 2. This is a really nice opening hand for this deck. There's nothing I can complain about in that opening hand, and I've had some bad opening hands so far this run. You know, I might even consider, I mean, she doesn't have weapons, so I can drop this turn too. However, I might want to turn 2 coin the animal companion. I don't think that's the right play though. I'm gonna hope that she uses some removal on the acidic slime. If she's got it. Or she might waste some turns using her fireball on it. That does nothing. I'm gonna take the owl out so that it can't deal with my slime. And hopefully that'll let me swing in like 3 or 4 times with my slime. And probably not 3 or 4. Even if I swing in twice with my slime, it's good value for that card. My best hope is that I swing twice and maybe trade after that.
Wanna blow something up?
Don't hit it twice. Oh, but, oh, thank God. Trade. And Animal Companion, there's my beautiful curve. Ah, not the greatest card at this stage. It's my least liked of the 4. I like the bear first, the boar second, and the whatever the fuck this thing is third, the lion, flying lion. And she takes it with some of her best removal. Let's hope she doesn't have too many of those. Now I have a choice to bring out the Demolisher right now, or bring out the Houndmaster. I think that the Demolisher's probably best right off the bat right now. I think. Except if I bring out the Houndmaster right now, it allows me to play the Demolisher and swing for 2 with my steady shot next turn. I could also bring these 2 out next turn. Yeah, I'm gonna go Houndmaster now so that I curve out better next. She might, I think she's gonna Frozen Blast this. This late in the game, facing a mage, and they're all gonna be mages for the next 3 games. Mage is the best class in Arena. She's gonna probably have some really decent removal, and I'm picturing a Frozen Blast right now. No. Well, I'm 2 turns away from any fire blasts, whatever the fuck you call it. flame strikes, meaning that I can pretty confidently roll out. I'm gonna hope that the Knife Juggler and the Demolisher end up giving at least 1 damage, dropping 1 damage on that Tiger, so that if he tries to take out my Houndmaster, it'll take the Tiger. There we go. That makes not nearly as favorable trade for her next turn.
Job's done.
If she's gonna take the Houndmaster. So I don't really have a turn 6 play, unfortunately. I'm hoping I draw into some sort of... That right there. Fucking Cone of Cold is why playing Mage in Arena is so effective. It buys you time. Good. At least I have a play. Next turn, see, and then this is the second most... Not only does it buy her time, but it buys her time to get to turn 7, which is where the Flame Strike comes in, which makes me nervous to play anything else right now. Because if I play my Animal Companion, all 3 of the Animal Companions will die to a Flame Strike, meaning that basically by playing a 3rd creature right now, I'd be overplaying my hand. So, unfortunately, I have to not play the Animal Companion and see if... I can't play the Animal Companion. I have to get my trap out, I guess. I don't need to get the trap out now. I don't need her to see that. Even though it could make her nervous about playing creatures, because she could think that it's a snipe. It could hold off her board a little bit, so I'm gonna get it out.
Quickly.
Flame, like, I swear to God, she has a Flame Strike. The Cone of Cold, 1 turn before, just says Flame Strike to me. So if I'd played the Animal Companion, I would have lost it last turn. And that does nothing to the lion, but... Unfortunately, that Hunter's Mark does nothing for me. I think I have to take out the lion. Seems like such a waste since it only has 2 health right now. But at least I'm not going to take any damage from it. See, it seems like I'm doing well right now, but playing the Mage, I'm fucking nervous as shit. Like, there's no guarantees with the Mage. Ravenholt Assassin. I love the Assassin, especially because he's not Flame Strikeable and he can't be pinged. The only way that she can get him is to Flame Strike and then use like an Arcane Shot and get lucky. And that would allow me to swing in next turn for 12 damage, getting me extremely close, especially with the Hunter and his steady shot, extremely close to lethal. And this guy's not swinging for a lot right now, is he? Although, if I played the Animal Companion and it was the Haste Boar, I mean, you know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. I'm doing this now.
Quickly.
I don't know if this is right. I was thinking of a few different scenarios there, but I didn't want to talk them all out because I was clearly out of time. I hope that's the right choice, though. Well, at least she's used her second Flame Strike.
I hear you got a problem.
Time to whittle you down, you son of a bitch. I think I've got her. I think this is my 12th game. But there's so many things that, like a legendary right now could really save her. A taunt, obviously. Don't have fucking arcane. Oh, fucking +5 because of the fucking little shit. That little shit. Ah, fuck.
Squire, attend me.
Ready, sir.
Oh, that little fucking kobold. I forgot about him doing 5 damage. So that's 3 pyroblasts, or that's... and a fucking taunter. Things suddenly just got a little bit more daunting. Oh, so close to fucking finishing this.
Don't mess with Tusk.
8 damage next turn, plus 9.
To battle!
So close this game. 3 flame strikes for her. No wonder she got this far. Not out of it though. What she got in her hand? Whoa, was that a top deck? I couldn't have played it any different, because even though I'd forgotten about the kobold giving +5 to a flame strike, there's no different thing I could have done there, because my only other card, what I hadn't played, instead of playing the Ravenholt, the only other option was my what's his name, the guy that brings it the 4/4 and the 2/2, and they would have died too. So there really wasn't much different. You can't play around a 3rd flame strike, just like he can't play around a fucking 3rd hunter's mark, or steady shot, or what is it, deadly shot. No, I couldn't have gone for the face in 1. There was no point where I had lethal. No, I played that right. No regrets on that. That's just how the cards work sometimes. All right, I'm going to quick break and come back for the next of 3 games. Hopefully I get this next one. Hey buddies, I'm back. Going into my... I've got this I gotta shake the sickening feeling that I'm gonna lose 3 games in a row after going 11 with no losses. That last game was close as fuck, and it was a good game. I mean, it was down to the last moment. I don't have any, I'm not upset by anything that happened. It was just bad beats. Well, it wasn't bad beats. Bad beats are when you have no chance. It was close. The Shield Master fucking saved him too. One of the only things I regret, or not regret, but one of the ways that the game could have gone differently is if you heard me when I said that I had a few scenarios in mind that I had to choose between. One was keeping the axe to smack the face and get there quicker, and leaving his character on the board. That's safer to do than with most characters because the mage doesn't have any buffing. But leaving, like I said earlier, with all my deadly shots, it's in my best interest to keep the board clear so that if he plays an 8/8 next turn or something like that, there's only one target, and that's the one I want, is that 8/8. So when it comes down to choosing, and it sucks because I had to spend a Hunter's Mark, the one that brings down the health to 1, which could have saved me with the Shield Master, getting him out of the way quicker. But that's, I mean, it's guarantee it'll be 3 fucking mages in a row. Mage is by far the best character in fucking Arena. Alright, so not as good of an opening hand here. Love the Savannah high main, but not at this stage in the game. I'll draw into him, hopefully. If I don't, it's still okay. I'm gonna keep these 2, hoping that they curve into each other, and I hope that I draw into something like some sort of a 2-drop here, out of these 2 cards that I discard. Alright, I'd rather have a 2-drop in there, but at least I'll have a second drop Animal Companion, third drop Animal Companion. You can't really complain too much about that.
Someday I'll be just like you.
Now I'm hoping for the bear. Would have liked you fucking... nah, I wouldn't have used him. It's the mage. Here we go. Come on, bear. Meh. At least he trades. Will she trade and give up a turn on her fireball? And if I'm allowed to keep him for the next turn, it looks like she's gonna trade. Good, it leaves me to not having to make that decision. Because at that point I'd be faced with the decision of, do I attack this turn or not? Come on, bear. Fuck! I don't need you. You're the worst of the 3. That's why I hate random cards. You can't fucking rely on them. Random chance cards. Always. Alright, so this is why I don't like having him on the board right now. What I want to hit my deadly shot with is him. So, do I take the risk and shoot the deadly shot now? No. What I do is I give... See... Fuck. But I can't hurt... Even by giving him +2/+2, I can't take out the Shield Master.
I wonder.
What's the correct play? Deadly Shot's a gamble. I want to hit the Shield Master, but I might not. It's a 50-50 chance. Animal Companion puts another on the board. I could end up with the Boar, which lets me trade and keep one alive. I think Hound Master is the proper play.
Job's done.
Next turn, he can trade this and a Fireball, but at least she's spending 2 extra mana. I didn't like any of the scenarios there. I'm not sure if that was the right one, but again, who's to say until you got hindsight. Especially not knowing what Animal Companion's coming out. If I could have been guaranteed the bear, you can be fucking right, I would have played the Animal Companion. Looks like he's gonna trade the Infiltrator. Clearing the board off. So... At this point...
I wonder.
Alright, let's put out the Animal Companion and hope that... It doesn't matter what he is, to be honest. I just want to use the Hound Master on him next turn. There you are, buddy.
Mind if I roll need?
Job's done.
And Loot Hoarder is always a happy trade. If she wants to spend 2 mana to get rid of him, whatever, it's a free card for me. It was either that or do 2 damage to her last turn. So even... I regard the Loot Hoarder as a free card, or like a free my 2 mana for your 2 mana type card. Like,
What to do?
if you're against Mage.
What to do?
I fucking forgot about the coin. It's okay though, because I mean, I've got 2 deadly shots in hand, so I'm going to use one this turn. You might think that this is excessive to use against her, but in my experience, having 4 deadly shots in here, I am happy to keep the board clear. Because if she plays like, say, the 7/7,
Tazdingo! Yes!
there you go. I'm happy to take him out next turn. I would have liked to have him around for another turn. I was hoping that she'd ignore him, but actually, You know, that's not the right play. I think longbow right now.
Hunt alone.
That way I have the longbow next turn without having to spend money on it. And the deadly shot can take 2 more deadly shots. I'm looking pretty nice right now. Come on, bring me an 8-8.
Is my shit.
Oh, that's okay. What do you got? Motherfucker. Hey, I might even get the Silverhand Knight to drop another 2/2 next turn.
Ready, sir.
I really hope she doesn't have Acidic Ooze. It's too valuable. 5 damage in my pocket is too valuable to use it right now on her face. If she was lower health, like maybe around 15, I might have used it on her face just to get rid of the chance, but too risky to use right now. Of course. Oh well. That's a calculated risk. You have to go with that. You have to deal with it. Oh, that's not bad. I like that.
You insist.
I'm in a nice position still. Is that my last animal companion? Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, that's nice. That's looking nice. I feel comfy. I'm gonna bounce him next turn and give him another 2/2. And a deadly shot to boot. There it is!
Quickly.
Fuck that thing. Go to hell.
Drink with me, friend. I let the dog out. Job's done.
Could this be the dream? Can't get overconfident. Who knows, might have another fucking legendary in there somewhere. Just gonna pause my action for 1 turn at least. I think I gotta take that worm down. What's the... I need to know what the secret is too. I'm taking the worm out.
Challenge accepted.
And it's not a vaporize, thank goodness. It could be a counterspell, it could also be a copy creature. Do I want to give her a buzzard? A buzzard, she would, even with a buzzard, she couldn't take down the bear next turn. And it would allow me to play my Demolisher too. I'm going for it. You can. Does she have the immune? She has the immune. I can't swing for lethal. She's just bought herself 1 extra turn, or it's a counterspell. It's either the counterspell or the one that protects her for 1 extra turn at the end of the game. The one that gives her an immune shield for 1. Nice top deck. But that's a nice one too. Unless you got a deadly shot, that's game. By the way, I played that Demolisher and the Buzzard knowing full well she could top deck a Flame Strike, but you don't play around a top deck Flame Strike. Not at this stage. When you're going for broke, you go all out. And now it's impossible for her to win, because if she attacks me, well, she could draw another healing card. She could draw another, like, this dude. But if she attacks my face at any point, she's taking 2 damage. I don't care about your taunter. You're done. That's game! 12-1. 12-2 would have been epic, but I mean 12-0, but that's my first ever 12-win run. I'm glad I did it on show. Let's see what that key looks like. Ah! It's too bright. I can't even see what it is. It's almost like it's a key of light. So that was fun. Now, before I open up my prizes, I have to disclose something to you. Before I went on this 11-0 to 12-1 run, I was on a pretty bad, what I consider to be a losing streak. And to me, losing streak is going 3-0. If I go 3-3, I consider it to be losing. If I don't do better than 3-3, I feel like I'm losing. And I was on a really bad streak where I felt like I've been valuing the cards in weird ways, and I feel this always happens with me when I play a set for a long time. I start to not see the forest for the trees. But I hope I got out of the slump, at least with this one. But I was winning, 7-3s and stuff, but like, there were a lot of 3-3s, and I was really kind of feeling like I was in a rut. But, anywho, let's look at what I get. One, two, three, four, 5. 215 gold. Lightning Storm gold. Card pack. 155 gold and 25 gold. So, do you guys want to open some packs? I have a lot of packs because I've been playing a lot of Hearthstone. I've probably spent a good, I don't know, it's hard to guess how much I've spent on this game. Probably at least $100. But it's just, it's funny being a Magic player, and Warcraft, I mean, Blizzard probably knew what they were doing going into this and charging $2 per game. That Magic players were gonna come into this and be like, what a steal! Because the amount I used to pay for Magic games, $14 to $16 a draft. Like, that's how much you have to pay. Of course, you could sell your cards and get a bunch of that back if you got lucky and opened the right cards. Golden rare.
Legendary.
That's a good pack. That's quite the pack. But I mean, for the amount that I've played this game, I've spent $60 on a lot of games that I only played for one night. I guess it's not really fair because I do a show, but I think it's money well spent. I enjoy these games. Also, I said this in a tweet, Hearthstone plus working out means actually working out, and I've been on the elliptical a lot while I play this. I have an elliptical machine. It's really boring playing on the elliptical machine, even when you have Star Trek The Next Generation, because sometimes episodes are really slow and you get really bored. But Hearthstone, you're concentrating on the game, so it's so easy to just keep on running. So I consider the cost that I've spent on Hearthstone to be like a gym membership. I'm telling you guys, if you get like an elliptical machine or like a, what do they call those? It's like the gym stupid tax, except you got to be smart to do this. If you got one of those like things that you sit down on, one of those bikes that you sit down on, or even that you sit up on, You can play Hearthstone while you fucking work out. Fuck a gym membership. Just do that every day.
Rare.
Make a rule for yourself that you're not allowed to play Hearthstone unless you're working out. I broke that rule, but... You don't need to use your arms as elliptical. Ellipticals are expensive, but stationary bikes aren't nearly as expensive.
Golden rare. Epic. Rare.
Give me more goldens. Golden legendary, man.
Rare.
Gimme. Whoa. Come on. Maybe I should use the mouse for this part. Probably be faster.
Rare.
Did I just get one of the best legendaries?
Rare.
I'm hoping that I have enough cards that when the next set of cards comes out, I'm going to be able to craft a whole lot of them right away. Not that I'll need them, because
Rare.
I don't play constructed.
Epic.
You can just double click? Oh. What? I think you have to drag.
Rare.
Angry chicken! Chicken!
Legendary. Rare.
Give one of your other minions +2/+2 or summon 2/2/2 treants with taunt. I think I've only used him once in Arena. I think I got him once.
Epic. Epic. Rare. 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 Rare.
Halfway through my decks, or my packs.
Rare. Gold. Rare. Rare. Rare.
Huh?
Golden common. Golden common. Epic.
Even the commons look cool when they're golden.
Rare.
If you press space, you don't have to drag? I don't know what my space bar is on this controller. It's alright.
Rare. 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 Rare.
Come on, golden legendary. I've only gotten one so far.
Epic.
Brawl.
Rare. Golden common. Rare.
Whoa, that's one hell of a golden. That's insane.
Rare. 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 Rare.
Been a lot of dud packs.
Rare. Epic. Rare.
Why is Bestial Wrath an epic?
Rare.
I don't get it. It's not that good. Last pack.
Rare.
Oh, what a pack to end on. Let's see how much dust I have. Because I saw that there's a button in here that lets you dissolve all the extra cards you have. 2,485 dust. So there's no reason not to do this, right? You don't need extra cards, right? I can just dissolve all these. Like if you have more than 2 of one card, there's no reason. Yeah, so disenchant them shits. And I earned some extra dust. So I have 4,055 dusts. Alright, I guess we'll come back and I'll make a new deck, maybe play a few games with it. Because I haven't done a deck from scratch for a while with you guys. So we'll be back right after this. Stay tuned. Oh shoot, I might not play like to the end with it. I might just play a few games regardless of how well I do, because we do have some Game of Thrones to get to. So, be right back. Hey buddies, welcome back. Let's walk through my thought process in creating a deck. It can be flawed sometimes, especially lately. Like I said, after I just set my latest record, my best record, which is 12-1. I guess I'm sort of okay with not doing 12-0 because it leaves me something to work towards. So I don't have the best record of all time that you can get. I only have a lowly 12-1. But like I said, before that I'd had, well, you know, a sort of mediocre streak with a lot of 3-3s, 4-3s. Not nearly as good as my old average, which I would estimate was around like 5 to 6. Depending on what characters I was playing. But yeah, I think that it just, the longer you play a set, it shows I'm human. Inhumans do 12. Yeah, okay. Thanks, Becky. The longer you play a set, the more you start to really distort the value of your cards. You start to see cards as more powerful than they are. You know, you go up against somebody and they just like eviscerate you with and a certain card was to blame over and over or something like that, and then you start to value those cards highly, but maybe you were just getting unlucky. You know, sometimes that happens. What do I want to play as? I haven't played Shaman in a long time, but I feel like I'm really weak as Shaman. I still don't really know how to play Overload right. Even though one of my best records is with Shaman, but that's because I opened 4 hexes. Should I run Hunter again? I'm comfortable with it, and we could go through and see if lightning strikes twice. Yeah, let's do Hunter, because now that I've gotten out of my slump, I want to see if I can try to keep that last deck I built in mind and work towards that again. Keep my thought process in mind from that last one. To be honest, I think there was a certain amount of, a large amount of luck in that last deck though, and you need it usually to go 12-0. A skillful player can consistently get up to like, you know, 7 to 8 wins. You need skill plus luck to get up to 12, I think. You need the right cards. You can't guarantee. Anyways, this is an easy choice, I think. Gladiator's Longbow. On this one, Animal Companion has the best value out of the pack. I don't like Snipe. What do you guys think of Snipe? I'm not a huge fan. I find that it never ends up... I mean, it's too easy to play around. When I play a Hunter, and I see that he's got a secret out, and I don't have a body to test out whether it's a flame trap or not, I make sure to cast my crappiest card, or a card that I don't care if it takes 4 damage, you know? It's a nice anti-momentum card, you're right, but I would rather have, you know, in terms of anti-momentum, I'd rather have the 1 mana Arcane Shot. I'm gonna go with the Buzzard, hoping that if this is any kind of a beast deck, I'm gonna end up with another couple beasts at least. For me, this is a tough decision between Acolyte of Pain and Tracking. I know that I don't think people value Tracking very highly. I like it as a first turn card, or even as a late game card where you can afford 1 mana and it's a trivial amount anyways, because it can really smooth out your game. You know, being able to choose from the next 3 cards at the measly cost of 1 mana. You don't lose a card for this. You get a card back. You're just spending 1 mana to have a choice between 3 cards on the top of your deck. And sometimes that can be a real fucking savior. Acolyte of Pain is really good though. Not as good with Hunter as it is with, say, Mage. I'm gonna go with the Acolyte because he, in worst case, well, in very worst case, he's 0 cards because somebody might use something like destroy a creature or whatever on him without doing any damage, but that's rare. He's almost always gonna be an extra card. And a 1/3 body that can sometimes trade for something little or do that extra bit of 1 damage you need. Oh, this is quite the pack. Scavenging a Hyena, he scales in his value the more beasts that you open. I am very early in my draft, so I don't know how valuable he's going to be. We all love the Yeti. He's got nice value on him as a 4/5 at turn 4, but a 2-for-1 shot in the multi-shot can really save your fucking ass. It's such beautiful utility. It's such beautiful removal. 2 for 1ing. It's not a guarantee, but what a choice. I also find the hyena's almost always taken out before he's ever valuable. People just see him as this huge, you know, risk, and they take him quick. Whereas the Yeti, everybody sees as a risk, but he's much harder to take out right away. He's got that 5 health. To me, this is almost a coin flip, and I'm gonna let you guys kind of give me your opinions on it. I see it as a close call. What do you see it as? Do you think it's a no-brainer between the two of them? I'm gonna say hyena's not even in the running for me right now. At the moment, I'm sorry, but I've been burned before when I go hardcore hunter and try for beasts. Knowing my luck, I won't get a single other beast after this or something. I like the Yeti in this choice in a way. A lot of people are saying Yeti in there. You guys think Yeti? Nah, I don't need a straw poll for this one, Shade. I was leaning a little bit in my mind towards Yeti too. When it comes to a card where I'm on a coin flip, there are 2 decisions that usually make it for me. One is if it's between 2 things that I'm on 50-50 on, I'll go for curve. In this case, it doesn't matter. After that, I'll go for unconditional value. This is conditional, this is unconditional. This only is helpful in certain situations. He's helpful in almost all situations. Youthful Brewmaster, he's a really nice 2-drop. I don't like going through entire drafts and realizing at the end that I don't have any good 3-2s. 3-2 bodies are nice to have. You need a few of them at least if you're going to have any sort of early game, and you do need early game in Hearthstone Arena. Wind Fury Harpy, very slow. Once, if you're lucky enough to get her going, she can do a lot of damage, but until then, so slow and almost always answered on turn 6 pretty easily. And the Delaran Mage, nah. Brewmaster, and hopefully I'll get some good bounces like I did in that last game. Snipe again. Stormwind Champion is one of my... I really love him as a top curve card. So far I don't have any big meat at the top. He's not only is he big meat, but he makes the board bigger too. I like that. And with a beastie deck, Sunwalker seems like the clear choice here, especially since I don't know how many spells I'm going to end up with. I would have to have so many spells they were coming out of my ears for me to choose Violet Teacher over Sunwalker. I'm curving a bit high now. I'm going to start trying to move it downward. This deck looks like a good opportunity for that. When a character attacks your hero, instead he attacks another random character. I hate shit like that. I don't like random, and no, that's just... I mean, in a really good scenario, he's going to 2 for 1, like he's going to attack his own creature. Lots of other scenarios, he's just going to attack another one of your creatures, or attack himself, whatever, and not even lose the creature that he attacked with. And it's attack your hero, not your creatures. If it was like specific to just whenever a character attacks, nah. Sun Fury Protector or Emperor Cobra. I'm not a huge fan of the Cobra. I find he's... You guys think he's fantastic? I find whenever... Another way I like to choose cards and value cards is to think about how worried am I when it hits the board? How annoyed am I when it gets on the floor? When I see the Cobra and he drops on the board, I'm hardly ever bothered by him. Most times, I'm easily able to trade a creature with him that I don't give a shit about. In a very bad situation, sometimes he'll take out something that you really didn't want him to take, but the point is, you have an entire turn to prepare and deal with him. Whereas the Sun Fury Protector, not only is she a 2-drop for 2/3, which is decent in itself, she's not a beast, I'd like her to be one right now, but she also gives Taunt, which can save your fucking ass late game. It can also be really useful early game. Cobra's a target, but if you can't answer it late game, it's so good. I think I might disagree with all you guys on this. I think popular opinion says Cobra, but in my experience, I don't like him. tell you what, because I never pick them on my own, and the Cobra is a beast in a hunter deck, which is something I wasn't really thinking about. I'll go with the Cobra. Let's see if he ends up making me happy. Maybe I'll come around on the Cobra, but I'm not huge on him. Cobra plus Protector. Now that's a nice combo. Another Sunwalker. Bloodsail Corsair is kind of like a poor man's ooze, because lots of weapons only have 2 durability. So in a lot of, no, I'm not getting the chicken. In a lot of situations, he's going to end up being the same effect as an ooze because lots of weapons only have 2 durability. But it's Sunwalker. I don't like how much I'm curving high though. And that, yeah, I'm discounting the Archmage right away. I hardly like him to begin with, let alone in a hunter deck. He's nice if you have low cost weapons, but I'm gonna go for another Buzzard, really hoping to open more beasts. In the last deck that I just went 12-1 with, I didn't like my Explosive Trap nearly as much as I used to. I like him he's really nice to deal with early game stuff, certainly. I find most times Explosive Trap is most effective early game, and you're usually just trading it for a 3-2. I'm gonna go with the Jungle Panther and keep putting meat down. So I'm tempted to double down on beasts and go with another Starving Buzzard, but Harvest Golem's too good to pass. Sorry, Buzzard, not this time. So, you want to talk about cards that annoy me when they hit the board? Harvest Golem. And that's just, again, it's one of the best ways to value cards. Think about how annoyed you are whenever they hit the board. Buzzards, they annoy me. Nowhere near as much as Harvest Golems. Ugh. Ugh. What a pack. I don't even have anything that does spell damage yet. I don't want another 6-drop, especially since I'm probably going to want to pick at least one more high curve card, and I don't want it to be her. I don't want her. She's arguably in a vacuum, maybe a better pick than the Kobold, but not when I'm curving as high as I am at this point. I don't want another 6-drop. I'm going with the Kobold, and hopefully he'll come in handy. He probably won't, but this is one of those kind of toss-away picks. Curve-based choice, Kobold. I'll go with Unleash the Hounds. Maybe if I'm lucky, I'll get a Buzzard and Hounds in the same turn. There you go. See, this is one of the reasons I didn't want to get the Priestess, because I'm going to be filling out my top curve when I see guys like this show up. And guys like this. So this, right here, you're about to see me pick my last top curve card. I like to, anything in the top range, 7+, I like at maximum 4. In this situation, 3 plus a bunch of 6s is about as high as I want to go on my curve. And I think I'm going to go with Sea Giant, considering the amount of meat that I've been putting into this deck in the low end. I'm going to hope that this pays off for me in the high end. And if I'm lucky, I can have some Hounds stick around for a while and he'll be really cheap. Who knows? Like, maybe I'll get lucky and bring out 5 Hounds and he'll come out on like a really, really early turn. So I'm going with the Sea Giant. Molten Giant. Molten Giant would be a better pick if I was playing as... Oh, Faceless Manipulator. I was kind of discounting him right away, thinking he was the charge guy that gives a free mana crystal to your opponent. He's not. They kind of look similar. Actually... considering my curve woes, is Faceless Manipulator a better choice here? What I like about the Sea Giant, I mean about the Faceless Manipulator, is that he moves with your curve. So where the Sea Giant is usually going to be effective on turn 7 and up, the Faceless Manipulator could be effective on turn 5, turn 6, turn 7, turn 8. He can turn into anything that's on the board, so, you know, he moves with the territory. Neither are beasts. I'm gonna go with this. I'm gonna go with the Sea Giant. Again, like I said, because of all the early meat that I have in the deck. We got a Taunting Beast on turn 3. I have almost nothing in my 4 and 5 slots, so I think she's not an amazing card, but Dragonling Mechanic is okay. You know, what makes me almost want to pick the Silverback Patriarch is having the buzzards like that. When you drop him with a buzzard, not only do you get a free card, but you also protect the buzzard for a turn. But that's the only thing I'm going on right now. If I'd opened more Hound Masters at this point, I might go for the Silverback. But for now, I think the better choice in a vacuum, which, looking at my deck right now, this is kind of a vacuum choice. I'm going with the Mechanic. Now here's a much better Taunting Beast. Stormpike Commando in any other deck but the Hunters, I might choose over the Ironfur Grizzly. But in this choice, because it's a Hunter deck, and I've already got 2 Starving Buzzards, and he synergizes well with the Starving Buzzards, keeping them safe, and drawing you an extra card in addition to that, I'm going with the Grizzly. Almost any other hero I would have gone with the 2 pinger. The guy who pings for 2. Ancient Mage. Why all these spell damage +1 creatures? Fuck me. Oh, what a horrible, horrible pack. Woof. This is a terrible pack for me, and a wasted rare pack. I guess I'm going with the Ancient Mage. At least he's a 2/5 body. I still haven't drawn into anything that actually does spell damage, so that's a waste as well. He's wasted just like the Kobold. Whatever, every deck needs a couple lemons, even ones that you go 12-1 with. Timberwolves do well for beasts, but he's dealt with easily by the Mage, the Rogue, and the Druid. However, comboing the Timberwolf with the Hounds is really nice. None of these are beasts. Garabushi Berserker is really awesome once you get him going. He'd be more awesome if he had Taunt. Combining him with, if he ever comes out with, oh, I was about to say if he comes out with what's-her-name, the Storm, the girl that gives Taunt, but I forgot, I didn't choose her because of you guys. I don't like how conditional the Timberwolf is. I like that he's a beast. He gives my buzzards a bit more, but other than that, he feels conditional to me. It is a cheap way to trigger buzzards, so in sometimes he can end up just being a free card. Alright, this is going a little bit, I'm going with your guys' reasoning on this. It's a bit against my instincts. I would rather go with the Berserker, but... Okay, I'm so happy to see another animal companion. Tundra Rhino! Okay, I'm starting to get a little more bullish on beasts now. See, this is the thing with Hunter. Sometimes you get excited going into a Hunter deck, a Hunter draft, and you will, you'll go really hardcore beast from the beginning, and then all of a sudden, you don't get any other beasts after like your third pick or something like that. You just get really unlucky. But now I'm seeing a lot of beasts, so I'm really happy about my buzzards and... The Crusader's better than the Crocolisk. But with the number of beasts that I'm running at this point, and the lack of 2-drops that I have that are, I mean, it looks like I have a lot of 2-drops, but the buzzards are not real 2-drops. You usually don't want to drop them on second turn. And without valid 2-drops, you can really lose momentum quick in a game. She is an awesome card. However, Beast Synergy at this point, I'm going with Beast Synergy. Like I said, I'm bullish on beasts right now. I'm gonna keep going with it. Beasts all the way. Fuck yeah, beasts. Hells yeah, beasts. All right, now I don't have to worry. All right, Scarlet Crusader. I need another 3-drop. Yeah. Now we've got the Charger that gives away a crystal. One more Sunwalker. Okay, I'm okay with that. It's about as heavy as I'd ever want to get in the top end of the curve, but these two don't wet my palate, so I'm going with the Sunwalker. No deadly shot this time, so I went from a deck with 4 fucking deadly shots to 0. I'm a little nervous about that, not gonna lie. I'm hoping that the amount of meat that I have in the deck will make up for it. 3 Animal Companions, not bad. Not as good as 4 like I did last game. I'll be right back as I play game 1 with this. Hey buddies, welcome back. I just drafted a new deck. It's okay. I didn't have, I opened some decent cards, but not the best cards. I saw very little removal. I passed up the 2-shot, 3 damage. That's about the only, besides the deadly traps, the fire traps. I passed 2 fire traps and a double shot. My prediction on this, if I play really good, 5-3. I'm not super confident about it. The curve is a little weird. I like the number of beasts. The good thing is about a hunter deck, I like its late game. It has a really nice late game. We'll see. We'll see. It's just the lack of removal I opened was really concerning. There was not much you can do about it. I mean, you are victim to the cards you open sometimes. I'm not going to complain too much about the cards I opened. I got some good ones, but there was a distinct lack of removal there.
Rexa versus Jaina.
You asked for it.
Let the hunt begin.
Not a bad start. I don't like going up against a mage right away. Fuck. Of course I get one of my lemons. What did I pass for the Geomancer? It was a late game card because I was worried about my curve, right? It was the Priestess. Yeah. She wouldn't have been much better to draw into at this point. But a lot of this is also going to have to do with the luck of the opponents I get up against. During my slump streak, I was also seeing some really bad beats. Stuff like turn 2 Yetis with against Druids who had a coin and innervate.
Job's done.
My magic will tear you apart.
Drink with me, friend.
I hate that she has the coin. Coin is so powerful. In Arena more so than...
For the crusade!
see if she spends 2 mana pinging this thing. No Spellbreakers in this deck. One of my favorite turn 4 plays after you see a Twilight Drake come out on turn 3 is a Spellbreaker. He's the guy that just silences an enemy. Well, I guess I'll send out the Grizzly. Unless she's got an Icy Blast. I'll get a free 3 damage on the face.
Job's done.
Unless she can use some removal on the Grizzly, she has no choice but to pretty much attack him. If she doesn't, I'll attack the Twilight Drake next turn, sacrifice the shield. And maybe drop down. I mean, if I'm really lucky, she's going to play something silly like those 2 taunting mages, the 0/2 taunting mages, which will allow a turn 5 Sea Giant, right? Right, yeah. She could too. It's a totally valid play. Fuck. I called it Frostbolt. I've been calling it Frost Blast. Don't have the best options right now. I'd rather take 3 damage off of that Drake than get 3 on her face.
Join.
I have no very nice plays at the moment. Feels so weird playing a weaker deck after going 12-1. And yes, you're going to hear me say 12-1 a lot. I'll be bringing that up all the time now. When you see a mage with that many cards in her hand, and she's playing this slow, it's not a good feeling, because you know that she just has so many answers to so many different things, and right now she's just thinking of what's the best answer. What's the best answer to my problems right now? She's got a multitude in there, and this deck has so few, so very few. Oh, fuck me, and that's like the worst thing that can happen to the fucking Painbringer, or whatever the fuck his name is, the Acolyte of Pain. That's not a bad 6-drop in this situation.
Truth is my shield.
Buy me some time and might even get my Sea Giant out next turn, if enough stuff survives. Do you think she'll spend... She might attack with both. Sacrifice her Drake. Because the only other answer that the mage would have at this point is Polymorph.
What to do?
Is she gonna use Polymorph on my fucking... she's got a Polymorph. No.
Someday I'll be just like you.
Thank you. Looks like we're getting a turn 6 Sea Giant, unless No, fuck, we're not. Never mind. Oh wait, we can't. No, we can't. Fuck. Well, at least the dogs are coming out. Wouldn't it have been nice if I had one of my 2 buzzards in hand right now? Oh, I can have turn 7 Sea Giant. I don't know if it's a good decision right now, though. I think that bringing out the hounds and smacking these 2 off the board, especially at my current life, I need some traction. It'll allow me to bring out the hounds. Playing a crocodile. The crocodile. That's what I'm doing for now. Hopefully buying a little bit of time for myself. Things aren't looking good though. I don't want to play a second to... whatever. Fuck it. If you want to flame strike my 2 little peons, go for it. If you want to spend this turn flame striking, go for it. You have to remember, not only does she have to, like, use the flame strike, she also has to spend 7 mana doing it for a turn. So it's kind of like a pass the turn type card.
Squire, attend me.
Ready, sir.
Okay. Oh, that's not bad. Cool. Oh shit. Got ahead of myself. Could have had an extra 2 damage there if I hadn't traded those 2 first. I didn't want the Sea Giant out though. Wait. Oh, because the hounds? Yeah. I wasn't really paying attention, I guess. Yeah, that was a misplay. Oh well.
I wonder. I wonder.
Truth is my shield.
Something to answer that shield, please. Oh, that's not bad. Alright. Yeah. Survives to see another day. What's the legendary, Rick? I don't know what that is.
I wonder.
I'm really surprised she doesn't have a polymorph. The way that she's coddling those cards, I totally expected one to be dropped by now. And the way that she's spending that amount of time, considering, I feel like she doesn't have removal either. The Stormwind Champion's gonna allow my giant to last for 1 more turn.
Let the pain speak to me.
Behold the might of Stormwind!
Means being good at constructed because he has the card back. So that's what legendary is. Doesn't bother me. Only dickheads do that, dude. You could have just finished me with the fire blast. Alright, I'll cut here. I'll be right back with another game. Stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome back. Headed into my second game with an okay beast deck. I expect that mage's deck, based on what I saw, well, we didn't see that much. What did we see? We didn't even see a flame strike.
Rexa versus Valera.
Rogues you don't see too much of. They either get really fucking lucky, at least she doesn't have the coin, or they just are pretty weak characters altogether. But in before, she ends up doing fucking amazing. I'm not going to keep the Rhino. All the rest are pretty good 3-drops. Do I want the Acolyte of Pain? I'm going to nix the Acolyte just for the hopes of getting a 2-drop. He's good, but, I mean, by the time I need extra cards, I'll probably draw into him. Or a Buzzard. I got lots of cards that can give me extra cards. Ah, that's much better. Gonna bring out a turn 3 Animal Companion. Really hoping for the bear.
Job's done.
Thank you. Now, what does... I don't play Rogue much, so I'm kind of foggy on her removal. She has Assassinate for 5 that can perfectly remove this, but she doesn't need that. She's got the combo card that costs 2 that can do up to 4 damage. But she needs to combo, right? Alright, so what I'm reading into here is for her to have played the Direwolf Alpha alone, she's in a kind of a crappy situation up there. And since the bear is a taunter, I'm going to assume that I don't have to take out the wolf right now. I think I can go for the face. That's how I read playing a Direwolf alone, is that she's not happy with what she's got in hand. And I think it's a more favorable trade to use something like the Harvest Golem to take out the wolf. I'm going to save the Grizzly for when I really need some taunting on the board. Right now I don't need 2 taunters at once. If my Grizzly... If Misha couldn't taunt, I still probably would have gone for the face there. But that's how I read a Dire Wolf being played alone.
I wonder.
It's possible that, you know, she's gonna have something to be able to take Misha along with it, with sacrificing the wolf. And whatever, then she did, because he has taunt, she had to do it on my terms and not hers. She had to take an extra 4 to the face. And a total of 8 before the Misha was taken down. So that was a very favorable trade for me. Things are looking pretty good so far in this, but I'm not gonna get too confident. Once again, I think Emperor Cobra is the proper play here. I see him as a deadly shot with 1 turn delay. And I like keeping the board clear. I'm gonna play him now so that, I mean, whatever she ends up playing, if it's something that can deal with the Cobra, it's probably something I wanted to take down with the Cobra anyways. If it's any smaller than that, if it's a 3-2, I'll take them down with the Harvest Golem and buy my Cobra another turn. She could use removal on the Cobra, but whatever. 1 for 1 card, my removal for your removal, go for it. I'm happy to have the card, because I find that the Cobra is less useful because usually when you go to use them, you have a turn delay and then they can just deal with the Cobra. Whereas if he's on the board already, they either need to deal with the Cobra now, like she's gonna second guess anything that she plays. And I also have the Grizzly to protect the Cobra. Oh, so see, this is a situation where I'm so happy that I have the Cobra on the table. Coming out with the Rhino, the Rhino. This could have been really annoying to deal with otherwise. Next turn, the Grizzly has haste, or as you guys call it, charge in Hearthstone times.
The gates are open.
Another taunter. God damn it. It's not turn 7 yet, so I unfortunately can't trade. It would have been really nice to Gladiator Longbow that shit. So the question is, do I send in a hasty Grizzly? If I haste in with the Grizzly and the Harvest Golem, I get a rebate on that deal with a 2-1, but I lose my Grizzly and my Golem, where I could also just go in taunting with the Sunwalker, which protects these two guys for at least a turn. The Rogue doesn't have a lot of area clearance, like she can't clear my board very well. I'm gonna wait this turn out and longbow him next turn, hopefully. Keeping as many creatures alive as possible. Twitch Monkey, the Cobra was awesome in that situation. Maybe I've been playing the Cobra wrong. Maybe I shouldn't have been keeping him in hand as much, because often I would save him. Like, I would go against the way that I just talked that out. I would actually save him for when I needed him. That's what I was worried about, was the Assassinate, because that gets right past the Divine Shield.
This is our town, scrub.
Yeah.
Well, either way, I'm still... Is he gonna... Yeah. That's alright. Or do I want Hounds at this point? I could send out Hounds and... I think Hounds actually might be the right move. Hounds can take down this guy, and then the Golem can take down this guy. Or... And then the Hounds also allows me to play like the Grizzly in the same turn or the Crusader. The other scenario involves playing Stormwind Champion, which gives the Golem enough power to hit him, and then I have a 7/7 on the board. She's already used one Assassinate. I'm gonna go with that.
Behold the might of Stormwind!
Keeping my Hounds in hand. Hounds then Champion? Yeah, but who protects the Hounds? You think, like, the Bear? But then he would have taken the Bear with his Taunter. Maybe. Probably. and then he would have taken one of the hounds with the Defias ringleader, and then might have even traded the bandit out, or at least drawn a dagger and taken out another one of the hounds. The hounds would have been worth nothing. The hounds are better to come out after the Stormwind champion's already out. Uh-oh. What?
I've got the beast in my...
Oh!
My shield for Argus!
Huh. Well, at least I can bring out 4 hounds this turn if I want. Of course, Fan of Blades would take them all out if she can survive that till next turn. But at least the hounds will let me trade for both taunters. Yeah, I think hounds is the right play right now. And then I'll bring out my beast companion, probably. And I've got card advantage in hand, so I'm reasonably confident right now. I could be more confident at the moment, but... Ah, one of the best ones to have. And what the hell, you're safe if you go out there now, Kobold, so go for it.
No, take can't.
You lemon? Oh, shit. Yeah, somebody in the shadow chat has a good, yeah, Namlock. I don't play Hunter very often, so...
To Northrend!
But yeah, you had a good point, because I forgot that one of the animal companions could have been the buffer, right? Nice cards, dude. Oh, where are you, fucking... Fuck you. God damn it. Son of a bitch. Why'd you show up now? Motherfucker. Alright. Do I buy myself time now with the Taunter and the Crusader, or do I bring out the Longbow now? I'm gonna buy myself time. And what the fuck, Wolf? Get out there. Make my bear a little bit better.
Job's done.
It's because I rough you. Oh, what a bitch that is. After I finally use my hounds, he comes out. Am I regretting a little bit? Ah, fucking hell. This rogue. All the right answers. Just perfect answers. This is bad beats.
Enter the shadows.
This fucking rogue, man! Jesus! Ah, at least... Ah, and I can't even play these both... Ah, fuck me. You son of a bitch.
Truth is my shield.
If I can keep buying time, I might be able to whittle her down. She really came
Well
out.
played.
Yeah, it's true. That's what I said at the beginning. Rogues do either really fucking good or really fucking shit. Did she top deck that? Fuck me.
Well played.
That was bad beats. All right, we'll be right back. Stay tuned. Hey everybody. Alright, I'm 0-2, but as a lot of people know, often decks like this, those, I'm not so sure about the mage that I first faced, but that rogues deck was nice. Like, as far as rogue decks goes, being someone who doesn't play rogue often, it's still, maybe she was just getting lucky with the best combos, but like, I mean, the deck was built well. It had stuff set up for great combos. The fucking, the hunter combined with the buff that he put on my own creature, that was a bitch. Because otherwise, if it wasn't for that, my hounds would have been coming out next turn 4 2/2s. But anyways, if you played Hearthstone Arena, you know that often you can go 0 wins and then end up going 6-3. I often do that anyways. Here we go.
Rexar versus Gul'dan.
Your soul
Gul'dan
shall be mine.
is not a good matchup for
Let
Hunter.
the hunt
I mean,
begin.
I have the advantage against Gul'dan. His ability doesn't synergize well with my ability. For him. Fuck me. I guess when you have 3 of them, that's gonna happen sometimes.
Job's done.
Well, at least I'm not up against a mage, rogue, or druid, so possibly I can get the starving buzzard out and survive for a turn.
I feel icky.
God damn it. Well, now I don't want to play the buzzard. Looks like he's going to swing in for at least 2, but so will I. Now I'm hoping for not like, you know, the dream rollout from this guy with like some succubus and some fucking imps and... Ah, good, he's life tapping. That's good, that's good. Double buzzard. Looks like I'll be saving up my beasts for some late game fun. For now, I'm gonna just drop what I got.
Done.
That isn't a beast. Okay. That's, well, yeah, that sort of makes sense for a move. Yeah. Against the hunter, I guess it does.
Why do you go?
With a taunter, it especially does. That's annoying. Do I buzzard and then crocolisk my way out? And then at the very worst, I'm buzzard and panther out next turn? Maybe the buzzard will survive. Probably not. Most definitely not, in fact. But whatever. Ugh, my other lemon. I've been drawing my lemons a lot. Got a lot of cards there, brah. Yeah, I don't mind the state of the board. What's he gonna play though? And me, fresh out of deadly shots. I fucking love deadly shots. As if I didn't see a single one after seeing 4 in the last draft. Thanks, Shade. Uh-oh, 5-drop. Could have been worse. Yeah, we'll send out another buzzard. But what do I do on my end? I mean, do I send out another buzzard? Yeah, because I mean I have no cards that do 1 damage or do damage, so it doesn't even. It's not even like I'd be hoping for a draw. Fuck it. I need to draw into answers. So at least these two are probably safe next turn, because he's most definitely going to go for the buzzard, unless he has some sort of removal. So they're just going to sit there letting him take his pick next turn, because it's silly to send them in right now. Actually, it's not completely silly. He's got Hellfire. He could have Hellfire.
I wonder.
Yeah. Hellfire considered. He probably has Hellfire, too, the way that he's... But, I mean, if he does Hellfire, at least I've got double Sunwalker coming. That's going to really gum up the board for a while. As I curve into Stormwind Champion, Boulder Fist Ogre, things don't look abysmal for me. And he's going to be dropping nothing better than a 3-drop this turn. That was a remarkable waste of your removal. But I guess he's got lots of removal in hand, so he doesn't really care that much. I don't need the Panther. And I would like to start whittling him down right now, especially since I'm against a Warlock. They hate to be whittled down since so many of their cards do damage to themselves. I'm thinking of just dropping my 2/5 Ancient Mage for now. Or rather, my Beast Companion. Let's see what I get. And I might give up my Panther. If I get a Taunting Beast Companion, I won't give up the Panther. I'll leave him in hiding. Now. Well, that's okay. At least I go... This is even better for me, I guess. Getting him down to a really uncomfortable level for a Warlock. They hate being down that low. I know because I've played as one, and I fucking hate it when I've gone down to 16 and I have, like, that 5/5 charger that does 5 damage to you, and the little imps in my hand that deal 3 damage to me, and my ability is unusable. 2 damage. Uh-oh. He got the Succubus. I'm also a little more confident because I have Sunwalkers in hand. Meaning that if I have to race, I'm probably very likely going to win it. If we get into a race situation. I mean, at this point, with double Sunwalker and 8 mana being open next turn, over the next 4 or 5 turns, I'm going to get him down to 6 health probably without much damage to myself. But it depends on what... You never know what he's going to play. He could play some really crazy shit. Having a destroy card is always nice against a Sunwalker. Let's keep this as a race.
Truth is my shield.
I think I have more taunt than you. I think I can win this race. There goes the shield. He also took 1 damage to himself. Next turn, I'll probably be going for face damage. Unless he's able to deal with this turn by trading the Succubus plus maybe Soul Shot or whatever the fuck that card is that lets him draw a card for doing 1 damage. hope he doesn't have that. Because I'll probably go...
Bring me steel.
Yeah, I'm gonna go face. Face, and then... Oh, yeah. Maybe not. No, yeah, I'm going to the face.
Justice shall prevail.
An extra taunter on the board. That's the right move. At least I go in for at least one turn of 8 damage. Because at the very least, my whole angle there was putting down enough taunt so that as long as the Sea Giant survives to next turn, I'm going in for 8, and then I'm 4 damage away from lethal, which means with the Hunter is 2 turns. Fuck! But that's okay. Come on, dude! He has a lot of answers.
Almost out of time.
He has taunt too. As if I just went 0-3 with this deck. As if I faced a fucking player like this in the loser's bracket, but that's what happens. Sometimes you face 3 fucking amazing decks in a row, because as amazing as his deck is, he could have gone up against some real stuff, like stuff that's even better. Yeah, it's over. I'll play it out.
Behold the might of Storm!
Oh well. That was a hell of a rollout. I stand by my gamble, though. Well, it wasn't really a gamble. It was the best move to make, was putting out both taunters. With the number of answers he had in his hand, I guess it was probably... Should have been assumed that you're taking too long. I was trying to let you play it out, dude. Fuck you. I guess with that many cards in hand, it was likely that he was going to have answers in hand. But I guess it was almost the way he was playing that made me think he had few, because... Did he draw that Soulfire recently? There was an earlier situation where the Soulfire would have helped him a lot more. He had lethal, guys. What do you mean, what if he didn't have lethal? He had lethal. One creature could have attacked with lethal, Sarkith. Where were you? That was a bad run, though. Holy crap. I did okay, though. There wasn't many misplays that I made. There was one bad one that I made, but there wasn't much that was going to help me. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I'll be headed out to watch some Game of Thrones. So there was my best run and my worst run in one playthrough. You got to see the best and the worst. My 12-1 run and my 0-3 run. I haven't had a 0-3 in like a friggin' month. Or at least a week. See you guys.